What up, guys? Your boy Just King Zere. Welcome back to the Just King Zere podcast. And yeah, man, on this video, I'm going to be talking about will African foreigners leave South Africa? Will African foreigners leave South Africa? So that's what I'm going to be talking about on this video. But before we get into it, you know the drill. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to this channel so that we can get over that 1K mark and we can grow this channel and we can do even more content. There's a lot more content that we need to do, so you'll be helping me by subscribing. If you love this channel, there's no reason why you shouldn't be subscribed to this channel. Subscribe to the channel. So let's get straight into it. Will African foreigners leave South Africa? We've all been seeing it's been hectic. South Africans are enough with it, you know. That's what we call it in South Africa. We're done, you know. South Africans are done. Like we are fed up with African foreigners. You know, we're fed up with African foreigners. We are fed up with illegal foreigners in general, whether it's African, whether it's whatever. People who come to this country to just commit crimes and all of those things. We are fed up of them, whether it's Africans and whatever. It's just that on this video, I'm going to be focusing on Africans, but I will go into other foreigners as well, just a little bit. I'll do other videos specifically for maybe European foreigners who are here illegally and all of that. So, South Africans, we are fed up of African foreigners because I would say illegals, you know, we are fed up of illegal, but because of the way that even the legal ones behave, it really makes us to be fed up with African foreigners in general, because even the legal ones defend criminality. They defend their brothers who do criminal works. They don't want to face that their brothers are doing crime. They make up excuses. They will not even accept anything from you as a South African telling them about their brothers. They will cover their brothers no matter what, even if their brother is doing crazy crimes. Not to say that maybe they will completely support them and say no, it's fine for them to do that, but some of them get to a point where it's almost like they're saying that specific thing, you know. So why do I say that? Because we confront them on multiple platforms, and what you get to hear so what you hear on some of these platforms is that they end up saying that, oh, South Africa is a weak government, South Africa blah 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 blah, South Africa needs to deal with crime and all of that, so South Africa is full of criminality. And then they say that when you are in Rome, do as the Romans do. Do you understand the type of things that they're saying? Those are the type of things that these people are saying, that because there's crime here in South Africa, then let their brothers do crime as well. That's the type of reasoning that these people have. We've confronted them a lot on TikTok and all of that, on TikTok lives, really discussing these things. But I think it's very important for me to bring these conversations here in order for my audience to hear some of the things they say. They say that since this is Rome where crime is done, whatever, so they can come and do crime, you know. And then they also say that this is Africa, there's no borders, what, but there is borders. Do you understand? So these people will defend their brothers no matter what. And then they say that you guys let Europeans run your country, or Europeans to be in your country, so we can also come and make you guys, and just do whatever in your country. You guys, basically they're viewing us as weak and whatever because we allow European, but then Europeans, and then they come from their country to come here to the European, to come and work for the European. You understand? So it's just pure madness at this point, you know. And it's like you get to a point where it's like, hell nah, I can't be amongst such dumb people, you know. Can't be amongst such stupidity and filth and evil and just complete diabolical negativity, you know. Because these people, they chased away their white people. They had white people in their countries, you know. And when they gained independence and all of that, they chased away the white people. instead of working with the white people to create a new society that is inclusive of everyone, and then they empower themselves. No, they chose to chase them away. So they've seen how it has worked in their what the after effects are in their countries. You know, the after effects are not good. You know, they didn't maximize on the talents of those people and their development skills and whatever, how they were able to build societies and all of that in terms of infrastructures and everything. They could have used that for their own benefit while being the rulers, being everything and whatever, and using the skills of these white people. They chased them away and it didn't work for their countries. Now they want us to do the same. They want us to chase away the white people. It's like doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Why don't you look at South Africa and be like, wow, okay, the white people built South Africa, they did this and that. South Africans are benefiting from that today. Why don't we do the same? Why don't we bring more talented white people while we also are becoming good at our thing, since we're pushing black excellence and all of that? We do what we're doing, but we collaborate with these people. Since they've got the technologies, since they've got this and that, they got this and that, they got access to so many different things. No, they won't do that. Instead, they allow the white people, the corrupt white people, through the back doors, and then they do shady business dealings to sell their country. You know, basically, those whites are back, but it's even worse now. They're stealing from their countries without even bringing anything back. But if they were within their country and being citizens, they would develop the country as well. They would help in the development. They would help in the governance. They would help in this and that. But now they don't have to, because they're coming through the back door, neo-colonization. And now their own brothers, who they elect as presidents, sell them out, sell the whole country out through the back door, and then they chow money with those white people that come through the back door. Do you understand that it's a foolish way of thinking? The way to play with the devil is you need to be able to operate in a room full of vultures. You need to be able to smile with the vultures. You know, you need to know your way around. You need to be able to know your way around in the streets. But now you're going to come and whatever, in a room full of vultures, and want to just be aggressive and everything, and act like you're them. They will eat you. They will eat you. So you need to play your way around. Then just like that, you can catch them. Then you're able to collect whatever it is that you want to collect. You know? If it's meat, then you're able to go and collect the meat bit by bit. You get your fair share. You move around, and then you act as if you are their friend. You do you understand? Those are the type of things that you have to do in order for you to get the best. Unless you are that talented, unless you are that great, you are full of technological innovation. You can really survive on your own. You can beat all these white people in terms of technological innovation. You know, which is something that is lacking. It's lacking. If you know that you don't have the technological innovations, you don't have this, you don't have that, work with those people, learn, improve, then become good, then from there you can compete. You don't just wake up tomorrow and say, I'm chasing everything away, and then I'm gonna be good. No, you're gonna lack, you're not gonna have the skills, and then you turn into Africa the way it is. That's how Africa has become the way it is. You understand? So you don't just wake up not having the skills for anything, and then, not to say people don't have skills, you have skills, but you need to revolutionize, you need to industrialize, you need to get to a point where you are like a China of sorts, where you are fully from the beginning, from the input to the output. You have the skills, and you have the volume, and you have the numbers to do it. You have everything. You can actually produce high-level product from beginning to end in mass production. Mass production. I'm not talking about producing 1, 2, or 3. No, mass production where you can literally sell to the whole entire world. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to be a mass producer. You need to be a mass producer. You need to be all of that. So African foreigners are disgusting because of that. They defend criminality, and we as South Africans are not going to accept that. We're not going to accept people who defend criminality, people who defend their brothers, even if they're brothers. I mean, the police minister released a list of the key people in doing drugs and selling drugs here in South Africa. And they were all Nigerians. I think it was a list of 10. They were almost all Nigerians. 90% Nigerians there, if not 100%. We tell them about these things. They don't want to. They say we're jealous. They say we're jealous of them. So those are the type of things that you experience speaking to these Africans. And that's why we're tired of Africans. And will they leave South Africa? They will be pushed. They will be pushed and pushed. It's no longer going to be as nice as it was. It's not going to be as free as it was. They're not going to be endorsed as they used to be by black South Africans. These people have gotten comfortable in South Africa thanks to, South Africa is what it is because of, in terms of like when you say South Africa is the best place to be and because of the people. And mostly who's the majority of the people is the black people. We are the majority in numbers. So basically, these people rely on us. They rely on black South Africans in order for them to, feel welcome into. They are here for the Rainbow Nation. They are here for the Amapiano. They are here for the house music that we do. They are here for the South African hip hop. They are here for the South African jazz, South African Afro pop. All these things for the history of our leaders, Nelson Mandela, OR Tambo. I mean, you even land at OR Tambo airport. They're here for this rich history that the black people of South Africa have fought for. And then they call us lazy. That should show you the character of these people. That should show you the level of character and diabolicalness of these people and ungratefulness. So they will leave this country, or at least they will be pushed to no longer enjoy this country. Living in this country will be the same as them living in a racist country at this point. We will be racist towards them, even if we're the same race, but we're not the same people. We're not from the same country. When you say my brother, when you say hey, we are the same, we're going to say we're not the same. You're calling it xenophobia. We don't care if you call it xenophobia. It's fine. We are fine with our xenophobia. We're fine with it if you call it xenophobia, but it's not xenophobia. We are fine with it because we will not support diabolical people like you. Diabolical people who support criminality, who don't want to take accountability. No wonder their countries are the way that they are. No wonder their countries are the way that they are. You understand what I'm saying? It's no wonder that their countries are the way that they are. And we as South Africans will not allow that. And we will get back to what we are, and we'll take back our power. The Ubuntu that we gave them, we'll take it back and give it to ourselves. And then from there, it's not going to be nice in South Africa. You're not going to feel the love and the warmth of South Africa. You are going to be, it's just not going to be nice. Whether you go from this country or you don't, but it's not going to be as comfy as it once was. You guys were feeling very comfortable, feeling very, very nice in South Africa. Being given preferential treatment. And South Africans didn't mind. Because we heard you come from impoverished countries. You come from the worst of countries. Shitholes, as Trump would say it. So it's not going to be nice. And I know many, maybe not all, but many will self-deport because they are cowards. March and March, Operation Dudula, all these things, patriotism is going to be the way of life from now on. We are done with Pan-Africanism. Anyways, your boy, just King Zere, signing out.